It's a very nice presentation on game development. Oh, Farzin. Lost him somewhere. Okay. Let's run back. If I'm sorry, are you going to be back?
Sorry?
You okay? You around?
Yeah, of course.
Good. Okay. It's quite a nice presentation. It's just come across some game development lifecycle resources. So this unit, by the way, has nothing to do with game development. I've just basically completely warped it, mutated it to suit game development in a way to make it fix. This is more interesting. Oh, quick, come in. So we're going to talk about this type of approach, game development lifecycle. Another way you can look at this. What are games? How they're different from normal software programs, okay? So games consist of code and assets. Usually it's about programming logic, okay? So like on Codu, it's those little pictures you see. In Unity, it's a C# going on behind the scenes. And assets are all those library objects, like a tank or a fish or a gun, you know, the music files. There's so much involved in it. And now game development is now epically huge, okay? So compared to like billion-dollar film, million-dollar filmmaking and huge budgets on films, what's happening now is games are now leading the entertainment industry in a big way, and films are now being made about games. Okay, and all this stuff is being released, merchandise off the back of games too. People get into them, they form communities around them, huge social circles, and it can grow massively. Okay, so therefore, when developing a game, normally in a normal production environment, you would have like a big team of people doing it. You look at some of the game credits nowadays of people who make games; they're vast. You on your own now making a game by yourself. You know, with Codu, you can make a very simple FIFA. Well, not like FIFA, but people have made on Codu games like FIFA. Believe it or not. Watch this, right? Let's just see what comes up. How to make a football game in Codu? It has been said and done, right? So those who are fans of this can do it. So it talks about makes little goals. There's your little characters. They're talking you through how it's done. There's your little 2 versus 2 there. That's it. It's probably a really bad tutorial. But yeah, there you go. You know, it's probably not a great video, but there you go. And the person's off now. It's not. What the hell's going on there? I know. It's obviously better. Then you've got Unity. If you want to go for that, you know, level up, you've got Unity making a football game. There we go. Let's see this. The step by step. Look at this. There you go. Football game. There we go. Here we go.
I used to play better football games on Miniclip.
Is it?
This is just terrible.
The thing is, Unity also is making 3D games for VR, which I tried one out the other day. It was pretty good, actually. I looked at Ski Jump on 3D. It was not bad. It was done very quickly. So there's a ball being updated there. There's obviously a tutorial. So there's lots of little demos and tutorials for making little games out there. Okay. So back to the actual development. So we've got many people working on it, but now it's just you are wearing all hats. Okay. So you're trying to be multidisciplined. You might go in this industry one day, therefore you need to know about all the roles involved with it. So here we go. Designers. What do designers do? They get the look and the feel of a game. So suggest to me there is a design stage in building a game, right? If it's a creative, it's a design stage. You know, they kind of make the game look, the look and feel of it. They also have sub roles. Sometimes you get a game designer and another person is a level designer. Like you get level 1 and that person in the team just works on the level. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Script writer. Someone's got to write a script. Sometimes you get games that got people talking, dialogue. Yeah. They've got to be written as if it's a film. This is quite funny. What the hell is this? Showing the different roles of a game designer. Yeah, so the mum thinks that you just play games all day long. Your friends think you play games all day long. Society thinks you're some lazy slob that does nothing. Right? Right? Programmers are really cool, thinking that you're having a great time playing games all day long. And what you think you do is play games all day long, but what you actually do is that. Probably because your levels aren't all successful and you've got to repeat and whatever. But it probably isn't that bad. Art and animation staff, so visual look of the game, okay? So getting the game look right. Sound and music, very important. So you're going to do that also. Sound effects and music soundtracks. The soundtrack designer here. Programmers create the code for game engines. Sub-roles, graphics programmer and AI programmers. What the hell is that? Make fire. Quality assurance and testing, another stage. Now you need a broad set of games to compare against. You're looking for bugs and also how to fix bugs. okay, and they get the game delivery right, so they actually get the thing done. I've worked in quality assurance in games before. It does take a while to test stuff out on different platforms. Managers, they oversee. You're also the manager. You're doing a project schedule. You oversee the whole project. You make sure it's all running to schedule. There are sub roles. You've got leads. Say maybe Abraham's in charge of the programming lead. Maybe Remy's in charge of the art lead. Fazan's in charge of the sound. Rama's in charge of the, network or level design. You all have leads. No?
Are just too funny.
Are these ones?
Like he started so great, and then Witcher 2.
He's the guy who made Witcher the game.
But when he got to Witcher 3, he just gone mad now. Too much code. I just know Witcher 3 will.
How funny.
So massive.
Was happy about Witcher 2. Someone's got to think about, he's a CEO, right, for the project. Yeah, okay, right, wow, okay. So things are kept on time, and they've got to think about the business managers, what's the kind of business model, and how's it going. Here's some phases for game production. So you have initiation, pre-production, production and testing. These are going in a cycle, yeah? A cycle. Then you've got a beta is produced finally, yeah? And the beta then goes back to pre-production again in a little cycle. And then finally you get the release when the quality assurance is happy with it. Those who are really into games development and really fascinated by it can take this in the professional and commercial way, and I suggest you do so. So initiation, what is that about? The developer decides what kind of game they're going to make. They make a game like this. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto or something. One of those like environmental games. Pre-production, they make some documentation, do a game design document. First prototype shows gameplay. Next cycle's bug fixing and balancing. It's pre-production, this stuff. So you actually are going to make a game that's going to work as pre-production. It's like, prototyping quickly. Production phase, then you actually build it. The formal details prototype, playable game, has rules, correlations, features, runs well. And finally, a refinement prototype, more mature, needs more polishing. Feature complete, ready to ship. This is nearly close to beta now here. Testing phase, this is evaluating the game features, value, concept, and design. Who's got these pictures? Unit testing means testing by unit. It's the small levels of detail testing, yeah, okay? And no one's got time for that. Which questions do the testing answer? Okay, testing phase, evaluation of game features, concept and design, test report, if you make a little report. You are going to do all this in your thing, by the way, in your report for me. And it will decide whether you want to reiterate, go back to the drawing board, or would you advance your beta testing, okay? If it takes you further to beta, then you're going to make a beta release. Quick testing should answer the following questions. Is it still buggy? Can you get stuck? Are there signs of glitches? Is it too easy? Too hard? It's very important that when we test, check the easiness and playability of a game. Are there any features missing? And does it run well on every platform? Beta is like a release, so it goes out and a third party looks at it. You have to get a test report back from the beta testers. They'll give you feedback. And then it's release. And releasing means fixing all the bugs, patches, special event about the game, marketing, community management. And there's some this just mentions some sub phases too. What the hell is this? 8 months of development in 6 screens. Not sure why they're showing that. Feasibility study. This is like before you even start a game out, they often do, they work out, is it going to sell this game? Otherwise, no point in making it. They work out all the legal issues, scheduling, requirements, and the pricing. Is that going to work as a market product? Character design, this is fascinating stuff. The character design takes ages to. It's often one person's job to make characters and individual heroes, heroines for all these different models here. Leave that out. Other parts of design, you've got layout design for levels. Look at this. Wow. It's a big sketch going on there. There's various ways to play the game, before making it, and it shows you various problems that can occur. Like, it's quite interesting. This it's got spikes and stuff, and soldiers and guns and whatever. You can make a demo, promotional demo version, trial version, trailer, more creative approach. So you get like a kind of a trial comes out and people can try it out. This is what you guys are doing now. You're making a project plan for your project. Okay, the different tasks, time estimations, a PERT chart. That's not necessary. I'll go with an Excel plan. It's fine by me. PERT is more project management. Okay, so that would be great for me if you can make a small little Excel spreadsheet for that. So let me give you some time now working on that, okay?